Hey everybody, welcome to the garden. I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the lemon and lime lovers and everybody in between. It's time for a highlight video. Now, this video is for a specific person in the Discord, so it's for my guy Flame. He couldn't make it into the live stream where I do go over any chart, any asset that you want during the live stream. This live stream is open to anyone in the Discord, but he couldn't make it because he was with the fam. No worries, all good. And I wanted to actually do this video for him because he wanted to know about the DAX and CHFJPY. So this video is for him, but if you're interested in these assets, obviously you can find some value here. So let's take a quick look at them. So looking at the DAX, starting with the German index here. So we'll go on to the monthly real quick. If you take a quick look, it's actually quite bullish off the daily, but if you look at the monthly, what we're coming into is clearly like a bearish order block. We're also coming into the highs, right? So now it's not saying we're not going to take them, but you want to be very careful, as we could see a failure here, swing failure pattern even. So if you're looking to go on the long side, this is not the place to do it, unfortunately. Okay, so if you're looking to get on the bullish side, you're trying to be long, this is definitely not the place to do it. You missed your opportunity down here. So you do want to just be patient and do nothing, right? So you just want to be vigilant and watch it if you're trying to get long. Now, if you're trying to get short, however, this is not a bad place to start being interested in potentially opening up that position. Now, we are in a nice extension up. Okay, we are clearly showing potential slowdown here. So if we have a decent doji, it's not super bearish, but it's a doji. If we can have somewhat of a neutral to bearish week next week, this coming weekly candle, then you're showing signs of potential failure at these highs here, at the all-time highs, to then come down and go after the liquidity to the downside here, mainly back down towards 14,482, all the way back down to potentially 14,000. Okay, so we do have potential downside here if we can get some more evidence off of the weekly time frame. Now, if we go down to the daily time frame, however, that daily time frame is trying to show strength to the upside, bullish engulfing on yesterday's candle. And now when the next daily candle opens up tomorrow, we're going to see, will we see that continuation coming towards the all-time highs again? So the all-time highs here, let's mark them real quick, is right here. So this level here at 16,283.52 are the approximate all-time highs. So what I would watch for, if you do see a move up, okay, so if you see a move up going into next week and it's looking very bullish, I would sit on the daily, watch as the daily breaks up. You do not want to get in the way of a train. Let it do its thing and wait for evidence. So that could be a bearish engulfing, that can be a bearish doji like this. Wait for evidence of a slowdown coming off of the daily structure, and then look for potential short opportunity off of like the 4-hour time frame or something. Okay, so if we go down to like the 4-hour, I'll give you a quick example. See how I circled the pivots, those high pivots that turned out to be like a double top or two bearish dojis here on the daily. Look at the 4-hour. You see how you had this pivot here, you had an opportunity to go short all throughout here. You made your high here, and now you're looking for a low to be taken out. So right here you had the lows taken out from this level, okay, and now you're waiting for evidence to get short again. You slightly took up the high here. You could have taken a short off of here. You could have taken a short right here, break down again, pull up, coming into this bearish fair value gap on the 4-hour, and then looking for a drop. In this case, it didn't drop as much as you probably would have wanted, but you did have a pretty sizable drop. So this is the sort of structure you want to wait for off of the daily. But before you can do that, you need to wait for the daily to show evidence that's going to slow down here. Now, you could potentially get a swing failure pattern here. Okay, that could definitely have happened, but you don't have the evidence yet. So you just want to be patient, you want to be vigilant, and then be ready to hop on in short. Going long again here, I do not advise. If you're going to go long, you want to see a pullback happen, and then maybe take your shot there at that point. All right, now let's take a quick look at CHFJPY. CHFJPY. See how that's looking. So very interesting exotic pair here. Let's pull that up. So wow, look at this. Look at this big impulse move. Very nice. Very nice. And this is actually a pretty interesting short opportunity. I would definitely be interested going short here off of the daily here. Let's take a quick look at the monthly, weekly, and daily. So monthly looks very strong. You have about 5 days left on this monthly candle. So very powerful. See, it's going after its all-time highs. Okay, so let's actually mark that real quick. So here's the all-time high on the monthly. And now this is very powerful. Okay, this is very, very powerful. Now it doesn't mean that we're going to just keep going up here on the monthly. Monthlies are long term structure to play. Okay, there's you could be bearish for 20 days out of 30 days in the month, and then those last 10 days make the candle bullish. So you can go down to the monthly, go up to the monthly, see it's bullish, and then go down to the weekly and daily and see that it potentially is going to turn bearish. Okay, so let's see weekly. Again, that looks very good. That looks good for potential continuation. Last week's candle was quite small, so slow, very slow week comparatively to the last week. So this could be early evidence that you might be slowing down. Now let's go down to the daily real quick. So daily, if you notice, like it is trying to slow down off of this rise here. So this is clearly corresponding with pretty much this week's candle, or going to be last week's candle tomorrow. Right, so that's what this is corresponding to, right? So the end, we've taken out these highs here, so we've grabbed liquidity above that level here, above these levels here, and now there's a potential really good shot that you actually pull back slightly before you take out the all-time highs and fill out some of this imbalance here. You have a lot of these fair value gaps here, so for a short-term short, you have the opportunity of getting a pretty nice short into this fair value gap here and here. So anywhere from like 148.43 all the way down to like 147.774, maybe even lower towards like 146.678. So you have a lot of targets here. And you also have the confluence here of the highs right here that you can use as a target as well, that corresponds with this fair value gap right here. So 147.616. So if this is a bearish doji, which it is, and you have continuation early next week, you could definitely see a move back down towards these levels. So if you're looking for a short-term short, there's your opportunity. If you're looking for a long, again, this is not the place to do it. It's too extended. Let's see the 4-hour real quick. So 4 hours in this rising structure. So I would say be on the lookout. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn here. Sorry about that. I've been talking for past like 2 hours, but essentially, if you take a look at the rising structure, you actually broke a portion of it here. So this low right here did get broken through, and you filled this minor low fair value gap here on the 4 hour. So if you are going to pull back, it's going to be very quickly on this next daily candle. You could look for that move back down to this level here. So off the 4 hour, I actually do see a short-term trade setup for the short side. If you're looking for upside, I would actually look for this to break down and then look to start building out a long somewhere around these levels here, around the 146, ideally maybe 147, and then have your invalidation somewhere down under these lows. Because if you do hold this level, you start to threaten a bullish consolidation on the daily. That will lead to a retest of the all-time highs and probably breaking it. So I have short-term bearishness on the CHF, but I have to see evidence of it coming into the 147s before I can start getting fairly bullish. Okay, because if it does start losing that, then you're going to go after the lows right here and pretty much start tapping into 144. Okay, I think that's about it. So again, short-term bearish on kind of both of them. But with the DAX specifically, you want to give that some room. If that's going to start breaking out, you got to stay out of its way. I would not preemptively short it, wait for evidence, because you never, when it comes to markets, especially indexes, they can just keep going. Okay, you don't want to get in the way of that train. And then for CHFJPY, it's tapped into a lot of liquidity. There is evidence of downside, so watch your downside. And I think that's it. All right, guys. Hopefully you found some value in this. Hopefully you found value in it, Flame, and anyone else who's watching it. Again, if you have any questions, just make sure to let me know on the Discord. I'm usually pretty active, almost every day. Again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, during the live stream. If you can't make it, I do it almost every day. Not every day, but almost every day. Weekdays, I'll do 1 to about 5 a week. It just depends on my schedule. And then obviously during the weekends, I always do a market overview. So you can always hang out on the weekends. And again, if you're interested in any of the services to provide, whether it's a swing trade service, the tutoring service, or the day trading room, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below. And guys, remember, be patient, be vigilant, and be nimble. I love you guys. Take care.